the country of Japan, where exotics and the latest technology coexist in harmony. After 2.5 years in isolation, many tourists are now visiting Japan. So this time, I would like to tell you how much you need to spend for a trip to Japan. As a basic premise, I will tell you how much you will need to spend for 8 days 7 nights trip to Tokyo and Osaka. The first 3 days will be spent sightseeing in Tokyo, followed by 2 days in Osaka, then another 2 days in Tokyo, and finally back home till the last day. The model characters are a couple in their 20s and a man and a woman from LA. In a trip to Japan, they fly economy class and stay middle class hotels. They are basically using the ticket called JR Pass for their transportation within Japan. So without further ado, let's follow their trip to Japan together. So let me get right to it. Tell you the total cost of 7 nights trip to Japan. The total cost of the trip, including airfare and hotels, is $2,684.89 per person. In fact, there will probably be some difference in the cost of food, drink, and souvenirs depending on the number of people, but it should be about the same. Now, let's check how much each item will cost. The round-trip airfare from LAX to Tokyo Haneda cost about $677.7. This also depends on the season and airline, but the current average is about this much. The cost of transportation is $245.3. If you purchase JR Pass on the web in advance, you can take JR trains for 7 days or $227 per person. For the sections where JR Pass is not available, I estimate a little more considering that they will use subways or other trains and take other cabs. The total hotel charge for 7 nights is $284.37, assuming $40.62 per night. The hotels are assumed to be near the train station. The total cost of food and beverage, which you are all wondering about, is $341.99. I will introduce the menu later. Admission fees and activity fees for various facilities total $306.75. The cost of souvenirs is a total of $444.34 depending on the individuals. The total cost of shopping in the convenience stores and department stores is $257.29. Finally, the total cost of drink is $176.4. From now on, I will show you the schedule for each day and explain the detail and the total amount of money spent per day. The schedule is as follows. On the first day, they will visit Asakusa in Tokyo, go to Tokyo Disneyland on the second day, and shopping in Akihabara and Ginza on the third day. On the fourth day, they will move to Osaka and visit an area called Dotonbori and have fun in USJ. On the fifth day, they visit Osaka Castle. On the sixth day, and return to Tokyo. On the day 7, they will go sightseeing and shopping in Shibuya and other central cities, and visit the Skytree. On the 8th day, they will return to their home. So, let's take a look at the travel expenses for this memorable first day in Japan. The total for day 1 is $323.27. The following is the breakdown. I will now explain each travel expense according to the schedule. Day 1. Sightseeing in Asakusa. On the first day of their trip to Japan, they will go sightseeing in Asakusa, an area of Tokyo with many historical buildings. On the first day, they will use JR to get their hotels after entering the country. But since they have JR Pass, they will not have to pay for transportation here. It will take about an hour from Haneda Airport to Asakusa, where they will check in their hotel, pay at the front desk for a 2-night stay. The room rate is $40.62 per night. So $81.25 for 2 nights. For lunch, they order miso ramen at the nearby ramen restaurant. One meal cost about $6.64. Next, they will walk to Asakusa Shrine where they will put $0.034 the money offered in the box and make a wish and buy good luck charm for $3.39. Afterwards, they will walk to famous Kaminarimon, the Thunder Gate, to stroll around the temple grounds. You will definitely see some beautiful sights. There is a souvenir shop nearby where they buy $30.47 for worth of classic goods. At the nearby tea shop, order millet dumplings and amazake, like a sweet sake, and a 5-pack of the millet dumpling costs $2.23 and the amazake is $0.74. After the tea time, they talk to rickshaw driver near the Kaminarimon entrance, and they decide to take a rickshaw ride, although they had not planned to do so. They paid $27.8 to have the rickshaw pull them around the neighborhood for about 15 minutes. Well, I had never taken a kind of rickshaw before. They walked the Akihabara shopping district and shopped for about an hour. Worth of traditional Japanese tableware and kitchenware is purchased. The luggage is kinda heavy, so once back to the hotel, after putting down souvenirs and taking a short rest in the room. So it is time to go sightseeing again. The shrine was too cool, so they went to another shrine. So moving on, the Imado Shrine, which is famous for marriage. So once again, purchase a good luck charm for $6.77. From Asakusa Station, they will take the JR train to Tokyo Station, which will cost them nothing if they use the JR Pass. After arriving in Tokyo Station, they got lost in the station, and then after 30 minutes, they escaped safely. Well, to be honest, I've been to Tokyo Station many times, but always get lost every time, so I hope you will be careful too. After the quick walk around the station, arrived at the nice izakaya, which is Japanese style bar, where they served the unlimited drinks for 2 hours and served the seafood dishes for $37.24. Picking up the cab, it took about 15 minutes to get their hotels in Asakusa, and the fare was $10.97. Now, let's check the total amount for day 2. The total amount for day 2 is $201.77. It looks like this. So day 2, Disneyland. On this day, they go to Disneyland. They will leave from Asakusa Station to Disneyland. It will take about an hour to get there. Pay $66.34 for the entrance fee to Disneyland. The price differs depending on the day of the week and the time of the year. So if you want to go to Disneyland, check before you go. The total of $135.41 should be enough to cover the cost of food and drink and souvenirs in Disneyland. For lunch, ask for beef steak set in the Polynesian Palace restaurant for $20.18. Buy churros, ice cream, coffee, etc. for about $27.8. In the evening, have a combination set at the restaurant called the Diamond Horseshoe and pay $37.24. For souvenirs, purchase a stuffed bear from Beauty and the Beast for $30.47 and a Mickey hoodie for $33.18. Total for day 3 is $220.73. Day 3, shopping in Akihabara and Shibuya area. On the third day, they will go to Akihabara and Shibuya area. When arriving in Akihabara, take the walk around the town, have lunch at the nearby family restaurant. At Gusto, the family restaurant introduced in the previous video. Enjoy a cheese and hamburger steak and a drink bar and a large parfait. The whole thing cost about $10.16. The breakdown is $5.21 for the cheese and hamburger steak, 1.86 for drink bar and 3.34 for the buffet. They can shop for anime merchandise while visiting major electric town landmarks such as Radio Kaiken and Animate. Purchased about $135.41 for popular anime goods such as Demon Slayer and Spy Family. Take a break at a cat cafe and pay $13.54 and go to Shibuya from Akihabara. Visit Shibuya Sky, where you can enter for $12.19 per person if you purchase a web ticket. Enjoy matcha tea and a cake set on the site and pay about $8.80. Explore Shibuya, Harajuku, Omotesando, etc. on foot and by metro. The cost of transportation is estimated to be about $6.77. Dinner will be at the famous sushi restaurant Toriton for $20.31. This is another restaurant I introduced in another video, so check out the video please. Then at the nearby izakaya, they will drink about $13.54. Total for day 4 is $216.66. Day 4, sightseeing in Osaka and Dotonbori area. Once out of Tokyo, head for Osaka. It takes about 2.5 hours to get Osaka by Shinkansen. This travel expense is also not calculated since it is JR Pass. Check into the hotel in the Dotonbori area for $81.25 for 2 nights. There are many good food restaurants in Dotonbori, so the daytime is for drinking and eating in Dotonbori. After visiting 3 or 4 bars, enjoy okonomiyaki and takoyaki and other specialties. You'll be enjoyed for $88.2 per person. For $6.77, get on the cruise boat that runs along the river in the center of Dotonbori. Shopping for $40.62 in a souvenir shop in the area. The total amount for day 5 is $227.23. Day 5, Universal Studio Japan. On the 5th day, head into Universal Studio Japan for some fun. Move from Dotonbori to USJ, it takes about 20 minutes. The cost of ticket to USJ is about $60.94, but like Disneyland, it may vary depending on the time of the year and the day of the week. The total cost for lunch, snacks, and souvenir is estimated to be about $135.41. For lunch, they will eat Japanese set meal for $28.44 at the restaurant with Jujutsu Kaisen theme. In addition, they will buy about $33.85 worth of popcorn, pizza, and drinks. For dinner, visit the Hard Rock Cafe in USJ. Order the legendary burger for $18.15 and a hurricane with a glass for $12.73. Souvenirs will be purchased for $67.71 worth for Super Mario, Monster Hunter, and other merchandise. The total amount for day 6 is $136.29. Day 6, sightseeing at Osaka Castle. On the 6th day, visit the famous Osaka Castle for sightseeing. From Dotonbori, take a 30-minute JR train ride to Osaka Castle. For lunch, enjoy the $3.59 Negi Gyudon Meshi at the Matsuya, at a beef bowl restaurant I introduced before. Explore the Osaka Castle area. Admission to the castle is $4.6. Join the Osaka Duck Tour for a drive. Join the Osaka Duck Tour for a drive on an amphibious bass near Osaka Castle. It takes about 1 hour and it costs $23.7. Afterwards, take a walk around the area and buy $67.71 worth of souvenirs at a souvenir shop near the castle. Return to Dotonbori and eat and drink at a bar near the station for $23.7. Buy $13.54 worth of sake and snacks at the convenience store near the hotel. The Japanese convenience store has a wide selection of wine, so buy a bottle of red wine for $10.16 and cheese and salami for $3.39. Total for day 7 is $371.71. Day 7, sightseeing Tokyo, shopping in Ginza. Check out the hotel and return to Tokyo. Arrive back in Tokyo and check into a hotel near Tokyo Station. It costs $40.62 for one night. For admission to Team Lab Planets, pay $21.67. Lunch will be at the Legend Sushi Restaurant for $27.8. And pay $40.62 for Kabuki and a Kabukiza Theater. Buy $135.41 worth of the souvenirs at the Ginza at Ginza Mitsukoshi and Ginza 6. At night, head up to the Sky Tree to enjoy the night view. You will pay $18.28 to get up the viewing deck. For their last dinner in Tokyo, they decide to spend a little luxury and go to Kushikatsu, which is Japanese-style squared pork cutlet restaurant in Ginza, Tokyo. So it costs $88.2. The total amount for day 8 is $82.6. Day 8, the last day, return to home country. Check out the hotel and head for Haneda Airport. Inside the airport, grab some soy sauce ramen noodle for $8.12. But last-minute souvenirs at duty-free store and spend $67.71. Buy snacks and drinks that eat on the plane for $6.77. So well, how did you all feel about this 8-day, 7-night trip to Japan? Did you feel that it was expensive or did you think it was affordable? This trip is just a model case where I set a price that is neither too expensive nor too cheap. So of course, the total price may vary from person to person, but I think you can have fun in Japan for about the amount of money I have shown you in this video. As I said at the beginning, after 2.5 years of isolation, Japan now has many travelers come to Japan, and we are looking forward to having you all come to Japan. And I wish you all a safe and amazing trip. So see you in the next video, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and see you soon.